Welcome to Tech in 10, where you'll get technology tips in 10 minutes or less. My name is Bethany, and I'm with the Vestavia Hills Library in the Forest. Let's get started. Today you will learn how to use multitasking tools in Windows 10 to get more done. Hello, productivity. Let's start by snapping windows to the screen. Snapping windows allows you to have multiple applications open on your screen and work in each of these applications at the same time. This prevents you from having to minimize and maximize your programs back and forth as you work in them. You can do everything you normally would do in the programs when they are full screen. You can snap almost any program to the screen. You can snap 2 to 4 different programs on your screen. Here I have 4 different programs snapped to my screen, including Google Chrome, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint, and Microsoft Word. I can also reduce it to 3 screens or to 2 screens. You first need to have open at least 2 programs. So I'm going to have Google Chrome and Microsoft Word open. First, you're going to click and hold the title bar at the top of the screen. So I'm going to click and hold it, and I'm going to drag it to either the right side or the left side of my screen. I'll go ahead and do the right. And as you're dragging, you'll notice there's a shadow that comes up on the half of the screen. And when you see that shadow, you want to release. And now this window is snapped to my right side of my screen. And from here, you have options. Since we've already opened some programs, I simply can click the one I want to choose. So now I can be watching a YouTube video from our Vestavia Hills Library YouTube channel and making notes at the same time. Now to get out of snapped windows, because they will remain snapped, we're going to simply maximize each window. This is done with the box in the top corner of the window. So I'm going to maximize Microsoft Word, and then I'm going to maximize my next program. In this case, it's my browser, Google Chrome. So that's how you can snap 2 windows. But I said you could do up to 4. So let's try 3 windows. First, I'm going to again grab the top bar of my program, and you should see a smaller shadow, a smaller box. When you see that, you're going to release, and it's going to snap to the corner. Now I'm going to get my next program, grab the top bar, and push it to the very corner. Now see, it's trying to fill the whole side, so you need to make sure you have that smaller box. Now I have 2. To get the third, you simply make your selection of which program you would like. So now I have 3 programs snapped to my screen. To get 4 programs, you're simply going to grab that third program that's the largest, that's taking over half of the screen, in my case Excel. Click and grab and drag that top title bar. You should see the half shadow. Release. There's 3, and then you can fill in with the 4th. When you have a lot of windows and programs open and you want to minimize all of them quickly, you can use the Show Desktop secret button. So I have a lot of windows open. If I go to the very bottom of my taskbar, in the bottom right corner, there's this little tiny space, and if you click on it, it will minimize all programs and you can see your desktop. Click again and they all come back. So again, it's click on to show the desktop, click off to return. Now if you just hover the mouse over that same button, it will give you a preview of the desktop. So I haven't clicked anything, it just previews the desktop. So that's really handy if you need to look at something on your desktop, but you don't want to have to minimize everything and go back and forth. If you're having trouble with this icon and it's not doing the preview, simply right click on the icon and you can choose Show Desktop or Peek at Desktop. So that is the Show Desktop feature. Now let me show you the Task View button. This is helpful if you have a lot of windows open and you need to kind of keep track of them. So this is next to your Cortana search. So go ahead and click your Task View button on your taskbar, and you will see all the windows you currently have open. You can simply click on the desired window to navigate to that window. So my Task View button here, I'll click on Word and I'm back on Word. So this is sort of a nice time saver in that you don't have to minimize and then minimize and jump to the next one on your taskbar. Another feature of the Task View button is it gives you the option to create multiple desktops on your Windows 10 PC. So over on the side we have this New Desktop button. So I'm going to go ahead and click New Desktop. And as you can see, I have a new workspace called Desktop 2, and I can then open any program I want. So maybe I'll open Google Chrome and I can do my searches there. To get back to my second desktop, I simply click my Task View button and choose Desktop 1. And now all of my programs in Desktop 1 are open. Why is this convenient? Well, if you would like, you can make a desktop for work and a desktop for your personal workspace. So this can really be helpful in dividing and conquering. If you ever want to remove a desktop, you will simply click the X in the top right corner. So I'm going to remove Desktop 2, and what it does, it adds that additional Google Chrome tab in your main desktop that's remaining, Desktop 1. So originally this new tab in Google Chrome was in Desktop 2. It just carried it back over to your main desktop. And to get out of Task View, you can simply click the Task View button at the bottom. Alright, so those are some tips and tricks for multitasking in Windows 10. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Now go be the awesome multitasker you always knew you could be.